This training will cover Chapter 6, Meal Reimbursement Claims, and is presented by the Oregon Department of Education Child Nutrition Programs, also known as ODE-CNP. This presentation is the first of 3 trainings regarding Chapter 6, Meal Reimbursement Claims. In this video, we will go over preparing a monthly claim, and specifically the records required to prepare a monthly claim. This includes daily attendance records, daily point of service meal count records, working menus or production records, approved site information sheets in CNP Web, enrollment documentation, the 1-month enrollment roster, also known as the OMER, and the monthly for-profit eligibility roster. By the end of this training, you should understand which records are required to prepare a monthly claim and which meals cannot be claimed for reimbursement. Each month, sponsors input information about attendance and meal counts into CNP Web to determine the amount of reimbursement that will be received. This information must be accurate and must be supported by CACFP records. All sponsors need the following records to prepare a monthly reimbursement claim for each participating site: the daily attendance records for the claim month, the daily point of service meal count records for the claim month, working menus or production records for the claim month, approved site information sheets in CNP Web, and enrollment documentation. Depending on the site type, sponsors may also need the following records: adult daycare, outside school hours care centers, child care centers, and Head Starts with community slots during the OMER month only will need to have their OMER. For-profit sponsors will need their monthly for-profit eligibility roster and supporting documentation. We will go into further detail regarding each of these items in the following slides. Daily attendance records. Sponsors must verify the accuracy of the claim for reimbursement by ensuring all meals claimed have supporting attendance record documentation. Supporting attendance record documentation includes daily attendance records for every site or classroom for each day that meals are being claimed during the claim month. Daily attendance records must be dated. This includes the day, the month, and the year, and must be maintained separately from the site's meal count records. Note that attendance can be recorded on the same form as meal counts. However, they must be completed as separate actions, and the documentation must clearly identify each action. Reminder that at-risk program sponsors must have separate attendance records than what is taken during the regular school day. Depending on the type of sponsor, there may be additional attendance record requirements due to CCLD requirements. Refer to the attendance record requirements table in the CACFP Policy and Procedure Manual, Chapter 5, Section A for more information. To confirm the accuracy of your attendance records, answer the following question: are the attendance records complete and accurate? If not, investigate further to determine accurate information. Only complete and accurate records can be used for the claim. Daily point of service meal counts. Point of service meal counts occur when meal counts are recorded after a fully reimbursable meal is served to the participant. There must be daily point of service meal count records for every classroom or site for each day that meals are being claimed during the claim month. Daily meal count sheets must include a full date, meaning the day, the month, and the year, as well as the location, type of meal served, and number of meals served. To confirm the accuracy of your records, ask yourself the following question: are meal counts for each meal either the same or lower than the attendance numbers? If not, investigate further to determine accurate information. Remember that meal count numbers for each meal cannot exceed the attendance on the claim. Point of service meal counts must be tracked separately from attendance records, and attendance records may not be used in place of point of service meal count records. Consolidating daily meal counts. At the end of each week or month, add the total number of reimbursable breakfasts, lunches, suppers, and/or snacks served to participants. Most sponsors use a summary sheet to tally counts from each site or classroom. Only count approved meal types, but no more than 2 meals and 1 snack, or 2 snacks and 1 meal for any single participant on a given day. Note there are exceptions, such as the at-risk after-school meals and snacks programs, which may claim 1 at-risk snack, and 1 at-risk supper per participant per day. See Chapter 16, At-Risk After-School Programs for more information. And emergency shelter programs may claim up to 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, and supper, or 2 meals and 1 snack per participant per day. See Chapter 17, Emergency Shelters for more information. It is best practice to have a second staff person double-check meal count tallies before the reimbursement claim is submitted. The following meals cannot be claimed for reimbursement: meals that do not meet meal pattern requirements, meals served with missing or non-creditable components to participants who do not have a complete and accurate medical statement for food substitution on file, meals served to teachers, helpers, non-participant adults, and/or other site staff, meals served outside the approved meal times, meals served to participants who do not have the required current CACFP enrollment documents on file with the sponsor, and meal counts that are in excess of the daily attendance count. Menus and menu documentation. ODE CNP requires sponsors to review the actual menu served before including meals in the monthly claim for reimbursement to ensure all meals served were reimbursable. Ensure you have all required documentation for items served. This could include CN labels, product formulation statements, recipes, ingredient labels, etc. If applicable, ensure a medical statement to request special meals and/or accommodations is on file for all participants who receive meals that did not meet meal pattern requirements if meals are claimed for reimbursement. If sponsor policy allows, ensure meal preference request forms are on file for nutritionally equivalent milk substitutes and other substitutions meeting meal pattern requirements. If applicable, ensure infant menu records are on file and have been reviewed for completeness. To confirm the accuracy of your records, answer the following question. Do working menus and production records and supporting documentation meet meal pattern requirements? If not, refer to your policies and procedures to disallow meals and/or snacks that do not meet requirements from the total meal counts prior to submitting the claim for reimbursement. Approved site information sheets. All sites included in the claim must have an approved site information sheet in CNP Web. Each CNP Web site information sheet must be approved for the meal type, time, and location served during the month. If any meals were served, meaning provided to participants, at a location, time, or meal type not approved in CNP Web, those meals cannot be claimed. For example, if a sponsor decides to add an AM snack service and begins serving AM snack on Monday, but the change in CNP Web is not submitted until Thursday, only the AM snack served on Thursday and after can be claimed. To confirm the accuracy of your records, ask yourself the following question. Have site information sheets on CNP Web been updated with any site updates, including any meal type updates? Meal types may only be claimed for approved sites, meal types, and days. Make sure to update CNP Web site information sheets before implementing changes. Enrollment documentation. Child care centers and Head Starts are required to use the CACFP Child Enrollment Form, also known as a CEF. A CEF must be on file for all participants for which meals are being claimed. Adult daycare and outside school hours childcare centers may use center enrollment documentation. Adult daycare, outside school hours childcare centers, and Head Starts with community slots during the OMER month only must have the OMER. For-profit sponsors are required to create the monthly for-profit eligibility roster and maintain supporting documentation. They must also have on file a calculation proving 25% or more of the site's enrollment or capacity, whichever is lower, are free or reduced price eligible participants. To confirm the accuracy of your records, answer the following questions. For adult daycare, outside school hours childcare centers, and Head Starts, are CACFP child enrollment forms or center enrollment forms on file for all participants included in the meal count. Disallow meals for participants without a current and valid CACFP enrollment form or center enrollment form on file. For adult daycare, outside school hours childcare, and childcare centers, as well as Head Starts with community slots during the OMER month only, is the OMER complete and accurate? If the OMER is not complete and accurate, update the OMER before submitting the claim. For for-profit sponsors, does the monthly for-profit roster show that 25% or more of participants are eligible free and reduced price meals as required? If not, meals cannot be claimed for the month. The Claim Documentation Checklist is a great resource that can be used to verify a sponsor has all required records when preparing a monthly claim. Feel free to use this checklist or create your own to ensure you have gathered all required records when preparing your monthly claim. The Claim Documentation Checklist can be found on the ODE CACFP website. Let's do a knowledge check. Sponsors need all of the following records to prepare a monthly reimbursement claim, except A, daily attendance records for the claim month, B, daily point of service meal count records for the claim month, C, a health inspection report, or D, approved site information sheets in CMP Web for the meal types, times, and locations served during the claim month. The answer is C, the health inspection report. Sponsors do not need a health inspection report to prepare their monthly claim. In this training, we have gone over the records required to prepare a monthly claim, including daily attendance records, daily point of service meal count records, working menus or production records, approved site information sheets in CMP Web, enrollment documentation, the 1-month enrollment roster, and the monthly for-profit eligibility roster. For additional information, please refer to the CACFP Policy and Procedure Manual, Chapter 6, Meal Reimbursement Claims. ODE supports equity and excellence for every learner. This institution is an equal opportunity provider. Thank you for taking this training.